funky like a show. Joe said hello, coffee, steam, rise, sunrise glow. Mix it with the beats, got the rhythm, let it go. Rooster crow, radio blast, moving fast. Bodies moving, never snoozing, ain't no first class. KahunaNui dance moves, people's dreams shatter. Joe's laughter contagious, next thing don't matter. Morning show madness, dunks and song brews. CC Joe, KahunaNui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse.
What the hell happened? All right, good.
Headlines read like
I don't
a
know.
joke, can't help but poke. Weather report, KahunaNui chokes on his coat. Traffic jams, Joe spins, make head smoke. Listeners buzzing, all fired up, no joke. Morning chat, cat napping, no way. Coffee sip, Joe slip.
We'll fix it in post. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Everybody, good morning. Welcome to the morning show with CC Joe. With CC Joe and KahunaNui. Are you there? How we doing?
I'm here, buddy.
Why are we getting overlay? I'm getting a bit bad feedback here. What's going on?
Don't know.
Oh, I know. There we go. Kahuna, what's happening, man? I saw look at already, we got all these people in the chat room. Jerry Lehan, we got Jerry, we got Pool Scam Sam stopping by. He's always Joey C. Army. What's up, Pool Scam Sam? How are you, brother? Good to see you here.
I like his avatar.
I love his avatar. I love it. I
Like
love
Fire Marshal Bill.
that. That's what he is, Fire Marshal Bill.
Is that right?
Yeah. So there's a buzz going around everywhere about this video of the night that you were drunk. So I just want to kind of.
I was drunk.
Yeah, wasn't that when you made that? When they copied that? When you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. You were having a few.
I don't know what you're talking
Fireballs.
about.
Fireballs.
I don't get drunk.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No.
You were feeling good, but let's Jerry Lehan. He wanted to see this. He's dying to see it, so we're gonna play this for him. This is for you, Jerry, and for everybody else. This is the great KahunaNui, and now let me share this. Let me go here. All right, so let's go here.
I know in there, I'm bling.
Oh, that's the very end of it.
What was it? We'll play it again.
Yeah.
What happened here? I gotta go back and play it again. Hang on, I gotta play it again. All right, it was the end of it, wasn't it? Okay. Here we go.
Blow it full screen.
I am.
I know in there, I'm bling.
Oh,
That video is 2 minutes long.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got. I got whatever they sent me, or whoever sent me that. I think you did.
Oh, really?
That's all it was. It was like a
Oh, let me hear if I can.
45 seconds long is what you sent me. See right there.
Oh,
It says
shit.
45 seconds.
I'll send you a different one.
All right.
Down
Anyhow.
in the bottom corner, there's a little button. You can blow it full screen, too.
Oh, really? I mean, right here, like this one.
Let me
Where
find it.
how you sending it to me?
Twitter.
Okay. You can't send it to my email? Is that possible?
Nah, I don't know how.
All right. Because I could download it into the system if I get it through email. It's hard with Twitter to save it.
Yeah, if you just hit the little button down in the bottom of the video corner, it'll blow it up.
All right. All right. Well, we'll
Where
do
the
that.
hell is it now?
You find that. So, what's going on this morning? What's happening? I saw you in the chat room yesterday at late night for Jason Bartle. It was Hackwright's birthday, he wasn't trying to let everybody know his birthday, but I guess Electra put it out there, and Jason Bardo had a nice little get together with him. So I went on as actually this is what I did last night. I did this. I went like this, and this is what I was, Hackwright Senior, and I sang.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear son. Happy birthday to you. Now go get me some soul, there, son. I need some soul. Happy birthday, son, from Hackwright Senior. Have a good day.
That's what I did. Yes.
Did he play it on his show?
I did live. It was live. I did it on the Bardo show last night when Hackwright was a guest.
Oh, you just went over to Hackwright's show.
No, I went over to the Bardo show because Hackwright was there. I asked him to send me a link real quick.
Oh, right after your show, Hackwright was still on, so I was over there listening to his version of my video.
Gaseous is here. Good morning, Gaseous. How are you, buddy? Cutter the Jib is in the house. Hey guys, I'm at the old place getting stuff done while listening to you guys. If you guys want me to, I can stop in. If Kahuna sends me, of course you can stop in if you like. Absolutely. Kahuna, get it right out to you. Send him a link.
Send who a link?
The Jib. Send the Jib. Come on in and wish us greetings on our morning show. Well, yesterday's morning we talked about a lot of stuff of my life. I had these brain visions of back in the day when I was a used car salesman, and we told some interesting stories, and it went well. Kai and Friends was just on 7:30 to about 9 o'clock. He seems like he's moving along. People are starting to channel over to his channel, which is good. So please support Kai and Mrs. Honeybee. Let's get them monetized. I think he's about 66 subscribers. So let's get him up to 500. He's got to have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. He's probably got the video, the watch hours. Enough video for the watch hours. We got to get him up on subscription. Don't stress out. We could always do it tomorrow.
I must have been in Facebook. I hate Facebook. I wish.
Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of Facebook either. Poolscan Sam said, Joey, yes, I'm coming. I'll be there, sir. I will be at Dabacon too. We're bringing a surprise. We're bringing Spider out into the open. And Mason in Portland said this morning, bringing Spider. And there he is, our friend, the one and only, Cutter the Jib. How are you, Christopher? How are you?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
We're doing outstanding.
Hey, there he is.
We were just addressing Pool Scam. Sam was asking me if I was coming to Dabacon. I told him Spider's coming. And Mason in Portland said having Spider come to Dabacon too was like the Beatles' first appearance in America. That's how big it's going to be. That's how big it's going to be to them. So, yes, we'll be there with bells on, Pool Scam. And make sure you come up to me and let me know who you are, brother, so we can get a good handshake in and a little talk, all right?
Spider's going to be late.
You think he's going to be late? He's flying here, so I'll have him locked in a trunk. I got.
Oh, no, he'll figure out a way to be late.
No, I got a cage in a trunk for him. I'm going to lock him in there.
Oh, you just wait. If he knows there's a donut shop nearby, he's gonna bust out like King Kong.
Yeah, he likes his donuts. He likes they're crumpy donuts. It's a place in Maryland, in his hometown, that's been there for many years. It's a family that works out of there. They turned their 3-story house, apartment story building, and they made the first of the basement into a bakery, a professional bakery. And the whole family works. They get up at early in the morning. They make these donuts, and then there's a line in an alley. You go through the alleyway, and people buy the donuts. You go into the storefront, get through the alley, and then there's a line out the door. People buying donuts. Unbelievable!
Oh, wow.
It's unbelievable.
That reminds me of a place that used to be in this area, and you're gonna think I'm joking when I say this, but I'm not. There was a place called Hunter's Chicken and Waffles.
Oh yeah.
That was owned by a black family over here,
Sure.
and the only thing on their menu was fried chicken, waffles, and Kool-Aid.
I think I
That
remember
was-
it, like,
Yeah, and the funny thing is that place was packed all the time, and I just don't understand how it is that they ended up closing.
Did they close during the pandemic, or they were way closed before then?
It was a little bit before then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad. A good place like that there's good wholesome neighborhood restaurant with people from that area that start a dream up, get it going, get the place packed, and then all of a sudden you got no business and you got to close the doors. That's sad.
Yeah.
Blue the God checking in with us saying good morning, guys. Morning. Big Boss saying morning.
Morning.
Jib and Dr. Chow. Well, what about us, Big Boss? I mean, me and Kahuna, we're just chopped liver over here or what? Morning, Gashes. Morning. Dr. Chow says, KahunaNui. Jerry Lehan says, the clip with arm raising highs on Hackwright was the funniest one with goofy music. Yes, it was. Did you see that, Jib? Kahuna's great, moving the hands and
Oh, yeah, I did see that. That thing's made its rounds.
Yeah.
Did Jerry, have you seen the 2-minute version of that video?
We have
That was funny.
Yeah, I had the 45-second version, the short version. So what's happening? So you're at the old place
I
finishing
just
up
resent that to you.
You did?
You should have it in
Let me
Twitter.
see. Oh, all right. There, I think I do got it. But here's the thing: how do I download? How do I download this from Twitter?
Click on the
Share.
picture.
Share. Wait a second. I got it. I only can share it to other people. That's it. On this, click on the picture. I'm doing it. Yeah. Copy video. Copy. video.
Or
Wait a minute. I got this. I think I got this. Hang on. Let me see if I did this right. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Let me see. Chris, Jib, do you know how to do that when someone sends you a video to Twitter? Is there a way of downloading it into your system from there?
Yeah, there's a free website that lets you do that. If you just go onto Google and search
well, we
download
want
Twitter
something a little
videos.
quicker.
Yeah,
Download Twitter videos. Okay.
yeah, and then it asks you for the link, and you put the link in there, and then
Okay.
it gives you a couple of download options.
All right. Well, I just. So you say just put in download Twitter links.
Download Twitter videos.
Download Twitter video.
Hey, Donks. Good morning.
Oh, Twitter
Big
download.
Boss is here.
Okay. Let's see if this works. All right. Let me put this link. in.
Cassius. Good morning. Dr. Chow.
Hmm.
Good morning.
They're all here for
Jerry.
you. Kahuna.
Jerry,
Everybody's
he's been
here
waiting
you.
for us.
Yeah. So I got to tell you a funny story, Christopher.
Yes,
It's
sir.
really It's really a funny story. It kind of got me worked up this morning. But at the same time, I was laughing so hard because this is funny. So yesterday I was a little not quite organized with some of the things. So Kahuna made it very clear that he's stepping in as the boss. He's the man. He cares about this show. So he told me you got to be organized. We got to be more organized. You got to label these links. So I labeled the links like he says and sent him all the show links to him like he asked. And I'm waiting for him for the show start. Where's he at? He's in Friday's show. I labeled him.
I didn't realize he sent 3 links at once. I just went to the last link I got, and that's what I clicked on.
So
Oh,
he just searches at the bottom. He doesn't go and look to see if he's got anything else. But I did what he asked me to do. This is why I
Okay,
love
so here's how we can make it so that you can tell. When you do the title up on top, you ever notice how Jason puts 5.5, 5.6?
right.
So he puts that in the title.
All right.
If you put the date or you start to do like episode 3, 4, when I click on the link, if I see the date there, as I'm sitting in backstage in StreamYard and I look up, it isn't always the same title up on top above the StreamYard frame.
So I'm just going to go back here and make sure because I labeled everything with the dates.
No, I'm talking when I'm backstage in StreamYard.
Okay.
Right now it says morning show with CC Joe and KahunaNui up on top of the
That's what
StreamYard.
they're all going to say. That's what.
Yeah. See, if you put the date after it, then I'll know when I'm sitting here looking at the screen.
So I got to do some more work for you because the way I labeled it the first time is not.
Well, if I know you're going to be sending me 3, 4 links at a time, I'll search for it. But usually I just see the last link. That's what I click on. That's where I am.
I think the fireballs also gave him memory loss. I'm pretty sure about that, Jim.
The fireball did not help anything with memory. Let me tell you that right now.
His memory is shot. I did everything the man asked me to do. Now he's adding more stuff for me to do. He wants me to label the little notes up at top with dates. So, I mean, what more do I got to do here?
Are you setting them all up like days in advance and doing like several days worth?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I was in Friday's StreamYard. I
But
didn't
I
realize I was in Friday's
date,
show.
Thursday, the date, everything. So he had it the way he wanted, in order. Thursday first. If he would have just went,
Yeah, but when I'm looking for the link, I just go to the last link I got, and that's what I click.
But
I know now.
We can't do that no more because you asked me to do it to send you multiple links. So you should.
I didn't ever ask for multiple links. I just said the night before. That's all I said.
So I figured since I put up 3 shows, I better get the links to him before he gets to go. Well, you got 3 shows up. I don't got no links.
Whoa. I'll get it figured out.
All right.
If I got the links, sure. Now that I know you're sending them, I'll make sure and look closer.
I just want to get fired here. I don't want you to be. You said I was going to be out soon, so I just, I just.
I don't know if a firing is in order, but maybe a demotion.
So what? Tell us what you're over at the old house cleaning up, getting last minute things over there. Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah, right now I'm over here going and grabbing something to drink over at the convenience store. All that.
How's that air conditioner work?
Yeah, how is that air conditioner?
Oh, it's a whole lot better over there.
Chalino, what's up, brother man? We're gonna stop. I'll tell you what's happening.
Morning, Chalino.
Keep the change.
El Omega, head boy. Take it easy, potato. That was one of my favorite drop. Take it easy, potato. I was hot, boy. I was hot at him when he tried to cut in on me. You see how he looked? He went like this. That was one of my favorite drops.
Johnny Payton says Chad Zumock did a walk and talk in Tampa last night.
Did he come looking for me?
Is he moving in on your turf?
Oh, no, he's just.
Are you going to permit this?
Well, he told me if I was a nobody and he has no desire to do any streams with me, and I got no. And I told him, I says, I know I'm not a comedian. I know I ain't got a resume like you do. I said, but I'm pretty popular. I got a lot of haters and a lot of people that love me. We're both in Tampa. We both got criminal records. If we streamed in a car driving around Tampa, 2 criminals, 2 hoods in the neighborhood, 2 criminals in the hood, and we just live stream, we'll probably do very well. Even Brennan told him it would be a great idea to do that. And he's like, I will never work with him. I'm beneath him. I'm the peasant. I'm the dirt on the bottom of his sole of his shoe. Chad Zumock,
Yeah, but Chad changes his mind every 5 minutes, so God only knows how long that'll last.
Yeah, you'll be streaming with him next week.
This is a guy coming. This is a guy that goes when he's drunk. He goes to stores and steals food and stuff like that. That's his MO. Every time he gets drunk, he winds up in some store stealing something. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy telling me this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I tell you, take some nerve from people. Here's what I say to Chad Zumock. Hey, Chad. I hope someone clips this and sends it to you. Below me twice, below me 3 times, below yourself. You understand? I don't really give a shit, Mud Shark. Because Mud Shark, I promise you this. We'll compare numbers in a year from now, and I think I've already passed you anyhow. All right, but we'll see. We'll let you know about my resume next year, okay? Now, I also have another bone to pick with Kahuna. You made an unfalse statement yesterday. And we don't do that here at Catalano TV.
An unfalse statement. That would make it true.
No, that's right. You made a false statement, I meant to say. Now, I don't know what's going on with you, but I've ordered and I'm paying for at the end of the month for you to see a psychiatrist. Okay?
Perfect.
I think it's in order. You told me Andrew has 27,000 subscribers. More than the
true. Almost. He's over 26. I know that.
You were off about 24,000.
Yeah, you're on the wrong channel.
What channel?
I believe it's called Andrew the Giant.
Oh, that one. Why doesn't he use that one? Because the one that he's been streaming on has only got 4,000.
He's got 2 different channels. He does all his solo shit on one channel and no filter on the.
Are they both monetized?
I believe, yeah, gotta be.
Why wouldn't he use the one with all the? I don't understand.
And the Andrew the Giant one is not monetized, and the reason being,
that's why he uses the other one. Okay.
Oh.
And It's because of his disability and all that stuff.
I got you. Now
The benefits
don't
he
have to
gets
say
for
no
that.
more. Don't have to say no more. We don't have to say no more in public here. When he told me, I was like all excited to go. If this is great, Andrew, and then I went looking. I go, what is he? Kahuna's telling me more false information. You know, but
Yeah,
I
well,
stand corrected and I apologize.
you'll never make a good investigator, Joey. That's all.
Wow. You hear Chilino, go my stop, rapaz. You know, this guy, oh my God, what am I going to do here? You know? Good day at Donkey Kong, Lou the God says. Yes. A little crosstalk in the chat. How did
Hey,
they,
Lou, how come you guys didn't have a morning show this morning?
yeah, what happened? What's up with that?
God, I love their backgrounds. They got the best background, best videos that they play in the back.
Yeah, they I like the first two shows. They did a good job.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. There was no show this morning.
There's not a little deception in the ranks already, is there? Is
Jeez.
there anything we need to know? Huh? Speak up now, forever hold your peace. Love you, Joey. What's this? Tampa 7. Love you, Joey. You're the baby. That's right. I'll always be the baby goat, no matter what. Thank you.
Or as Mark Levin would say, speak now or forever hold yourself.
That's right. No one, Christopher Red Boy Smith. Nobody has to bow to me. No one has to bow to me. Nobody has to bow to me, sir. Just be cool, and I'm cool. Tampa 7. You, Joey. What's happening? We got Tampa 7. How are you this morning, man? Good to see you. Chelino, unfalls. Yeah, Chelino, I'm all messed up here this morning. I said unfalse would make it true. No. Wait, hear like a feedback? I don't know. You guys hear a feedback?
No,
The wife's saying she's
No,
hearing
no.
a feedback.
no, that's between her ears. No,
said-
there's nothing
She
here.
says between your ears.
She may have two things running at the same time, or she's hearing you in the room and then hearing the feed at the same time.
That's possible. That's possibly what it is. But the TV was on very light. You know, the volume was up a little bit. Maybe she was getting that. But that's you heard. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. We're not picking up the TV, but she was for some reason she was picking it up in the. Oh, okay. Anyhow, so what? When are you officially out of the old place? Today is your last bit of what you got to do there, Chris.
I'm going to get a lot of stuff done today and Saturday,
Okay.
and then I'll be, it's just getting all of this stuff and, cleaning and all that stuff,
All right. Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff, I've just decided I don't want to take it down this big flight of stairs by myself. So, like the dresser, I'm going to leave that. They can do whatever the hell they want to with it. I'm leaving the futon and all that stuff.
Okay.
And
Right. That makes sense. So, but I mean, I was the same way. Whenever I moved, I did the clean, and so I get the full deposit back. You know, 'cause a lot of times they'll say, "Well, we'll do the cleaning. We'll just take it out of your deposit." No. We'll do the cleaning, and you give us the full deposit back. You know?
oh yeah, I'm not worried about that. I've been here for 15 years. So
Wow, you're a good tenant. You're a keeper,
oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
and he let you
Absolutely.
go by not fixing the air conditioner. 15-year tenant.
Well, you got to understand my landlord's in her 90s,
Oh, okay,
and
now I understand. Okay.
she doesn't want to fix a lot of stuff. And this building
She's gonna have
is
to fix it now.
yeah, but the thing is that this building needs to be demolished. With all the black mold and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but the bad thing is that in Morganton we have the historic society. That's
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter how bad in disarray something is. They're
Right.
like, oh yeah, you can't do this, you can't do that. We're just gonna have to wait for it to fall down.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm glad you got the new place. You got a nice ice cold AC. You said you got a better size studio.
Yeah.
So you got a lot more stuff room to work with, and that's awesome. Now, someone asked why about the show wasn't on this morning, and the answer that Lou the God put in the chat room was, here's the answer. Bartle wanted an off day. Now, I can tell you why Bartle wanted an off day. You want to know why? Today's Wednesday, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tukey was supposed to be on at 7 a.m. He didn't want to compete with Tukey.
Okay.
But then Tukey changed the time to 7 p.m.
Yeah, you gotta stick to a schedule.
I'm betting that he figured I'm not going to compete with that because we're going to get nobody.
Not everybody goes to Tukey.
Well,
Yeah.
he gets about 900 people.
Lou said later on that Jason wanted the day off. He said that man streams 100 times a day.
Now, if he's tired,
Well,
I
he
understand
needs to
that.
put his channel first, though. That's the thing.
But that's okay. You know, if he wanted a day off, he does do a lot of streaming. 7 days a week he does with Bored to Death every night, like clockwork. He does what else? That's all he's doing right now, right? Besides the morning show. that he
Yeah,
just
but he's
started?
on a lot of other shows that
Yeah,
aren't
that's
on
true.
his channel.
That's true. That's
But
true.
he needs to put his
Yep.
channel first, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
If I was Lou, I'd have had some words about that.
All right, here we go. Jerry Lehan's giving us some news reporter here. Important info. Stormy is the main reason Andrew zoomed to tens of thousands, besides Shuli pounding up Andrew's number via multiple times, requested to get over humps. Well, I would believe that to be true because she worked very hard for Andrew, and just like she did for Jake. And
Stormy is a freaking internet genius.
she is. I mean, she knows how to do everything. And yes, and this is wonderful that Andrew could literally say he's got more views, more subscribers than Stutter and John, who's only been stuck at 20,000 for the last year and a half.
Since I started watching him maybe 9-10 months ago, and I think he was at around I thought he was at 21 at one point. I feel like he's lost some.
He might have been at 21. He might have been. Shuli, what is Shuli? Shuli, that was like at 17,000, 18,000, right? You think they are?
Yeah, I think he's right around that, just under 20 something. Yeah.
And then MLC's like at 13 or 14,000, I believe.
I have no idea. I cannot stand that show.
Now, Chris.
Never watched it.
Yeah, you never watched him at all, ever?
Clips. I see clips.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's
I've never went to the actual channel.
Yeah, he's a whack job, but he does a good. You know, he's a professional. He's been in the business a long time. So, but he is crazy. Now, Chris, I was trying to explain to Kahuna like I've explained to Kai. Now, you know how everybody uses streaming. You being different using eMuck, which I love eMuck, which I think I'm going to switch over finally. I think I made my decision that I'm fed up with Streamyard. I'm just totally fed up with them.
Streamyard has been glitching a lot lately.
They've been like that for a long time. It's not just lately. Before you even got into this podcast, ask Chris. We've had nothing. You have all kind of problems with Streamyard. Okay?
Yeah,
and he's got a thing we call eMuck.
EV-Mux.
No, is it it's eMuck? EV-Mux?
EV-Mux.
yep, it's EV-Mux. Yeah.
All right, I stand correct. EV-Mux. That Christopher turned us on to it, and I made an account, and then he even set us up where we were able to go on and use it anytime. And I liked it, but I just feel funny about. I don't want to use favors up like that because he's so kind in what he did for us. It's just me personally. It's a personal thing with me. So I tried out Stream. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just tired of it. So I have my own account, and like I said, if I need to, he had everything programmed in for us a lot. It was pretty easy to use, but I was telling these guys when I started doing my walk and talks, and I started just going straight YouTube, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to go to the YouTube page, and I'm going to show you guys this. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about a difference? Because StreamYard, I could almost guarantee now, improved it over and over. I'm going to show you guys something. All right. Now, let me go to my channel.
So if you go to that cell phone thing, does that mean I have to also?
You just go on the link whatever. You can do it from your computer. I believe you can.
Because the other night, when we were side by side, I mean, it was cutting off half my screen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to use my background.
No, that's the whole thing. You can't listen. You can't have everything you want. It's either you want to be broadcasting out to millions of people or just 10,000 people. That's the catch. You understand? When you go through YouTube, you're got the whole entire YouTube family. I'm talking not just the Dabbleverse. StreamYard, whatever you're part of, is all that's all they go out to. That's why views are low. They're cheating us of thousands and millions of people. So I figured this out when I was walking, talking. I tried to do StreamYard, and it was almost impossible. But I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to StreamYard, and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to present this. I'm going to present the page, and I want to show Chris this because, Chris has always given me great ideas. And I know a lot of people don't want to do it to the show because you can't play no intros. You can't do what you really want unless you're doing a single show. You can't have this does not work if you're trying to have a multi-people show. You only can have one person on, and you got to when you're creating the show, you got to send them a link at that point. If you don't, nobody can come in. You can never get a link out while you're doing the show like you can with the other platforms. Now, So that being said, let me show you guys something. All right, so here, let me go here. Now this is my page, Catalan TV. It's my standard YouTube page. Now I'm going to go here. You see me click on live, right? That's live, right? Now you see here it says latest, popular, and oldest, right? You guys see that? So if I go to the most popular, which starts from the highest views we've had. This was the stream we did after we went to WAT events in Largo, me and my wife. 5,400 views. 5,400 people tuned into that show. Not always in a live chat, but here's the thing, and I'm going to show you why. Then here are my walker talks. We were averaging 5,000, 3,000, 3,000, mostly 3,000s, and then 2,000s. You see that? You see the difference of views. This was all after I did it in 3 days, and I was averaging 400 to 600, 400 to 800 with my walker talk, and it almost tripled by just going through YouTube. You understand? Because it gets out to more people. I had a bunch of new people in there. I was like, wow, who are all these new people? All my walker talks. This is where they started.
So you just kind of stumbled upon that just because of your walk and talks, right?
It was an accident, yeah. And then someone explained to me that they're like, first I was accused of buying views. And one of the trolls that really trolled me very hard, he said, no, I'm going to have to stick up for him on this one. He's not lying. The problem, when you do it through this way, if someone accidentally stumbles onto your stream and just clicks in it for 1 second, you get a view. It just multiplies. If they go back in again, you know how you go back in again. You can't get a duplicate. If you log in and out of that stream 10 times, I get 10 views from that person. You understand what I'm saying? So, and also, if you got 60 people in your chat room, and I think I showed Kahuna last night, and I'm going to show you this, guys, too. But let me finish this up. So now here, you see this little button right here which says create, right? Now, you do this on your phone, or I could do it on this. I could go live, and I could create a show. You understand? If I go live here, and I do the same thing on my phone, I'll create it. The only problem with doing this, you can't have no intro. One person can come on. That's it. So when I do it for my phone, you go into your YouTube page, and the bottom it's got the plus button, and you go to the live, and you create the show, and it gives you all the options. I'm going to see if I. Like if I go to YouTube on my phone, get it set up. I don't want to talk to myself or anything anyway. So now,
I just want to say good morning to Ian Birdson. He's my neighbor.
hey,
Oh, cool.
Flex 316 gifted one Catalana membership. Thank you very much. Thank you, Flex 3. Good to see you, buddy. So we're gonna get to the chat. We're gonna chit chat with the chat. Chris back. Good morning.
Chris Mack, good morning, sir.
Chris Mack said
Robert White.
So I'm going to show you guys this now.
Oh, Robert might have got the membership. He just said thanks.
You see that plus type?
He did.
He did.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, so it might be hard to see my phone, but this is the way I do it when I do my walk. You got the little plus button there, right? You guys see that right there? At the bottom?
Sir.
All right, so when you hit the plus button, it goes into form to create the show. All right, so now let's say I go ahead and I put the title, I go next. And it says, is it made for kids? And I say no, of course not. And then it says, go live. Now, but here, I don't want to go live yet. I'm not done. I don't know if I might not be able to do it now because edit settings. Now it says here, go live together. I hit the go live button. It's too late. I already created the show according to them. I can't bring nobody in. I don't know if you can see that.
Gotcha.
So, but when you have to follow the prompts down at the bottom on the list, if you want to bring someone in, you got to hit the live and you got to send them the link. Schedule for later, you can do that. But that's how you do it. That goes out to the entire YouTube industry when you do it through their platform, not just minimal people. And for some reason, StreamYard, and I proved this over and over, and I told you how I proved it by when I did a couple streams, not just with the walk and talk, like when me and my wife went to WATV in Largo, we went and we did a stream to talk about how the event was, and I'm live. I hit popular now to show you, and that's the video we did the next day after that, and we had 5,400 views. As soon as the stream is over, I'm going to show you now what it does. Now I'm going to get out of here.
Morning, Mason.
All right, so I'm going to go here now. I'm going to go back to present, share, and I'm going to show you back to Twitter for a minute here. I think no, that's not Twitter. No, I'll go back to we're over here. Now I sent Kahuna this yesterday. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this. All right, there we go. Okay, good. I could click on that. It works out perfect. All right, so now StreamYard. This is what you're sent every time as soon as you finish your stream. I did an hour stream last night, like I always do at 11:15. And by the time, this is what you get sent from YouTube. You see the peaks, the chat rate, total watch time, average, duration, and how many views the minute I ended the stream. And that was just 1 hour from my phone in my bedroom. So Kahuna wants to try our stream tomorrow to do it this way because we've been averaging like 120, 150, 170 with the morning show. I guarantee you, if we do an hour and a half morning show, we'll have 1,000 views tomorrow. This is all legit, all YouTube's policy. It's because you got an opportunity to be out to more people. And I told Kai this. Kai's more of an engineer type that this is not professional for him, which I understand it because you can't have a multi-guest on. You can't do an intro, but you start to show up and if you want to get the algorithm going with your YouTube page, you do this for a couple weeks and you start getting to 500 to 600 to 1,000 views. It changes your algorithm all the way around. The problem with Catalan TV is this, the flexibility, and it's nobody's fault because I don't get it. I don't understand why, as hard as Kai works, as professional as Kai is, as hard work that he does putting together shows how efficient he is, why after 1 year his count is low. I don't get it. And
you want to know why all of this is? There's two reasons.
I'd like to know your opinion for sure.
Well, first of all, with the YouTube studio and the way that they go live and all the other stuff, they are going to, and any platform is going to do this. Rumble does the same thing with Rumble Studio.
Right.
They are going to push people that are using solely their product without a third party because they're trying to establish their product. You know, and so that's the main reason. There's also a secondary reason. A lot of shows that I am not familiar with that somebody tells me to go and check out.
Right.
I will go and check it out. And if they're using StreamYard,
right,
considering how StreamYard is so generic looking now, because after they sold to Hoppin, they stopped innovating.
Right.
It looks so generic now.
Right.
There's a lot of people that are like myself that as soon as they see the little StreamYard bubbles pop up from the chat, they're like, this looks like every single show I have ever seen.
Correct.
You know, and so this is one of the reasons why it is that I switched to EVMux.
Right.
Is because they were constantly innovating. You know, every week we get new things in the apps department over there at EVMux. But at the same time, I'll tell you, you're going to have the same problem with EVMux that you have with StreamYard in YouTube suppressing the views in the same way because you're not solely using their platform.
Right. So that makes sense now. Now I understand a little. I have a little more light. So StreamYard is going to put it out to the people that actually are using StreamYard, which they're cutting you off by millions of people when you platform out to YouTube. But here's the problem. Why doesn't YouTube allow you to do an intro when you start up? Why can't you do none of that, all that stuff? It's a simple thing. You should be able to have an intro. I don't understand. Yes, it goes out to millions of people, but you can't have an intro. I don't get it.
Because they have people by the balls. YouTube has been doing everything the same way in terms of their live streaming studio for about 10 years now. And the thing is, there's some people who don't want to pay $25 a month for StreamYard or $25 a month for EVMux or $10 a month for Restream or something like that. So they're like, you're getting what it is that we give you.
Right.
They have no reason to compete with these others at this point.
Right.
When these other platforms start to overtake YouTube Studio and people are like, YouTube Studio sucks, you need to go and use something else, then it's going to force them to innovate and cause them to be able to add those features.
Right. I agree. It makes sense. Now, let me ask you another question. When 6 months ago, when I streamed, my average was 600 to 800 views video consistently using StreamYard. I had at that point I still had about 100 trolls that would or more a day, so I was average that. But then Kai and I talked, and I'm so upset because Kai, I tell him every day, Kai, you're the channel. You're the most efficient. You're the most organized. You put everything. You're the most consistent. I was all over the place. You do it the right way, and I feel bad.
Mhm.
And he would always say, "You're the draw. Look at what I do." And he should be getting 5 to 1,000 views anyhow, because just on his efficiency, how organized he is, how well he puts together a show. You understand? And is it true though? If one person on a channel is doing massive amount of views and someone is on a low end, does that mess up the algorithm?
I don't know if it messes up the algorithm, but I do think that when it comes to people going and subscribing to Catalano TV, the name that's on the front there is Catalano.
Right.
They're mainly looking for you.
Right.
And now Kai, like you said, he's very organized and all that stuff. When you
right.
go and you look at the audience that you have, you're going to have the panel shows like the MLC, like the Lunatic Lounge,
Right.
And things of that sort. With Kai, however, it's a little bit different in the fact that, his audience is more like the people that go and produce with segments and things like that. And so it's a different audience.
Right.
It's a totally different audience, I think. And I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. What do you think about that, Kahuna?
Well, Lou in the chat's got a
I was going to
comment there you should read maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to put this up. I saw it, Lou. At Catalan TV, look at the average views that are only watched at 1 minute and 36 seconds, and total is 11 minutes. Your pay rate is going to stay low. You need folks staying for. I agree 110%. Exactly. The better to get people from the beginning to end, all the people to stay. I understand that. If I got 5,000 views from a walk and talk or 3,000 views, and that maybe 4,000 of people clicked on for maybe 4 seconds, and I understand that, which is you're getting the view, yes, but then Lou's making a point. It's also changing. It's slowing your pay rate down. It's slowing how the chat's moving. I agree. It's got to be a combination of everything working together. He's right. So I'm getting excited because of the high views, but at the same time, if they're only staying a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, total of 11 minutes, and you're doing a 4-hour, 3-hour to 4-hour show, it's why the reason why the chat goes. So when you notice this chat going real fast, it's because those people are all in there staying from beginning to end. But now I've had days where my chat was moving fast, and I take a screenshot every time I do it from my phone to show, the screenshot, which I have on my phone, many of them. But every week you get the month, guys get all the weekly report like everybody else does, right? For your channel, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to find my weekly report. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna put it here. But so here's this week's weekly cap, which the last couple weeks it was down, and I usually have a good week. But here's what it says. Here's what you got this last week. One short. And YouTube keeps sending me stuff about. I need to make more shorts on a regular basis. That's the key to everything. The shorts. That I need to make good quality shorts, and a lot of them. They recommend you put a lot of shorts up. 28 live streams last week, 4 posts. All right. Second page says 3.7K people turned in to the channel. That's the whole channel for the week. That's how many people tuned in for the channel. This is YouTube's analytics. All right. Now, here's how people found you. They found me through short feeds, vertical live feeds, and subscription feeds. So the subscribers it's working through the subscriptions and vertical live feeds for the live feeds and short feeds. Now, this is what they're watching. Now, this is where I get upset and I get sad for the rest of the people, even my wife's show, because they all work hard. People are only tuning in to me right there. The world famous Talk and Talk with Joey C. The world famous Talk and Talk with Joey. That's all. Most of that stuff came just from tuning into what I do. People did just what people didn't just watch. They reached out. 323 likes, 25 shared, 22 comments. To me, that's low. That should be 5 times as much. But that's how the people were doing. And then it goes. Then let's play a game. How many times were your videos liked last week? And then it's gave you the choices: 272, 333, 334. Of course, I think it's 272, and I was right. But I get these weekly reports that are pretty good for a small channel like we are, but every week, and this is where it bothers me because I want to put them. I rather them succeed. I'm more in it to watch the Alpha Shot Lounge and Tide blow up, and the channel goes up that way, and to have Kahuna on be a star, you know, and have bring Big Shot in, he's going to become a star. You know, I enjoy that more being in the back of it. But to keep the channel going, you know, and to get everything that we're getting, you know, I got to stream obviously, but I don't like to see that. I want to wake up and see every week that the Alpha Shot Lounge, Kai in the morning, you know, not just me, and it's 85% of the time each week report is just posting my videos through YouTube. That's what people are watching, and I'm not happy with that. I'm a very humble man, and we're all a team here, and I want everybody to prosper. You know what I'm saying? So it bothers me.
There's another way that you can look at growth as well. You know, one of the things that I started doing probably about a year ago on my channel is I would go and from the live streams go and make clips. Now, my main draw tends to be Rock Talk Live, not as it's live, but the clips. I've gotten videos that are like 15,000 and things like that when I talk about Guns N' Roses or Van Halen or something like that, because people are looking for that news.
Right.
At the same time, you have channels that are in your wheelhouse, like My Lost Interest.
Right.
You know, who does a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal job. Love the guy. Love the guy.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. What is keeping you from being your own My Lost Interest with your own clips?
Right.
You know, because what you could do is, you know, take parts that were, you know, controversial or very engaging, take those things, chop them up, clip them, and go and put them out there so that people don't have to listen to a 3-hour live stream to go.
Yeah,
and,
if you want to boost viewers and subscribers, that's how Andrew does it.
Yeah.
Andrew is taking and putting all these shorts up besides his shows.
Right.
And that's how he's got to 27,000.
You two is advocate about putting shorts up. That's the key to success with them and your channel, the shorts. Now, I've made some shorts, and like I said, I'm not good at all that stuff. I did a lot of classes with Hack, right? He taught me a lot of stuff, but I'm not spot on good to pick, you know, like My Lost Interest or Citizen M or Sykes or people like that they just know. It's like a talent. It's like being a baseball star, A-list movie star. You know, you just got it. You know what I'm saying? Those people got it to go right into a video, and they pull the best of the best. And you see that My Lost Interest is a star. Citizen M, if you go to that page, they just usually do Aaron Imholt and Steel Toe. Unbelievable. Yeah. Sykes is becoming. I can't believe the thing Sykes is doing. And who else is the other clipper? We got another clipper. There's one more person that clips big time here. I can't remember who it is. There's one more person I'm missing here. But these guys are they got a knowledge that they just know how to do it. And me, I go in and I watch my video and I'll go, to me, it's hard because I'm judging myself to think what's best. You know what I'm saying? Like I did a couple clips when Mr. Big Shot was just goofing off and Kai and I were talking on the stream and we got some good clips. Those went well. Anything I put in with Stutter and John went well. You know, we got just anything for one reason, as much as he's an idiot, and everybody that's smart, really smart, that's making a living off of his name, it's true. Anything with him, that name, Stutter and John, blows up. I go back and look at all the streams where I talked about Stutter and John, the view count is unbelievable. Just because
people enjoy seeing a train wreck.
What it is, people that dabble. Now, here's the other thing. I'm sure, Chris, when you're doing your shows, the Rock Talk show, and all your guitar and your music show, unfortunately, we're stuck in a Dabbleverse when there's a market out there in YouTube where, just like when I was doing the interview shows with my prison podcast, I put myself in a Dabbleverse, and that's what I got. To branch out and go to find those type of people that are looking for that type for prison podcast, I don't even know how to begin to get into that part of YouTube because I'm stuck with the Dabbleverse. I mean, I don't really consider myself Dabbleverse anymore. I don't because I really don't. Me neither. You know what I'm saying? But we're here. This is our fan base. So
how can you not consider yourself Dabbleverse when you were standing on John's front lawn just a week ago?
But that was just I was doing that to break his balls for what he was doing to Melton and all those guys. Just show him that you could do it, we could do it. You know. But I mean, I am in the Dabbleverse, but I'm not like I used to be in the Dabbleverse. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm okay with it. But how do I get my audience, who usually is looking for stuff, for Stuttering John or for the comedian type thing or laughter show, where I'm not a comedian, and I try to get better and better, be entertaining to keep the people. I got a great small group of people that are loyal. But how do I get the people like MLC? There's never in the world anybody from MLC that's a loyal MLC will come over. I'm hated 100% by MLC's chat room.
Yeah.
They don't think I've got no talent.
That's because that's what they preach
nothing.
at that show.
Now, Shuli people are being very receptacle. I'm getting a lot of people that like me over there. When
That's
I go to
because
chat room,
Shuli likes you.
They treat me great. They treat me, and some of them come over here and they support us, and that's great. A lot of the people that are going to stand that are trolling John, those are some of our good people too. But Shuli's, hands down, Shuli, El Harible, and Tukey are the people that have the best chat room, hands down in this Dabbleverse. Shuli's got a remarkable chat room. The people are phenomenally blessed, good people. Same with Tukey's chat room. MLC's got a lot of nasty, negative people in it. I mean, he does. There's a few good people that go over there, but there's a lot of people over there. Like Chris Beck.
If the hosts are going to clown on you, then the followers are going to clown.
Right. Like,
if the host loves you,
right,
then their followers are gonna give you the same praise.
See, Brennan will only bring you on. Here's how Brennan works. If he
clown on you,
that's not the reason why he brings you on. If he knows you're hated by most of his chat, he knows if he brings you on, he's gonna get super chats with your name in it, that they're gonna want to trash you in those super chats. And that's how he bases how he brings people on. See, in the beginning, my first 10 episodes, every other super chat, they were talking craziness to me, shooting the shit to me, and he was racking up the money. And then I find out he's paying everybody in. And that first round, he said he would never pay me a dime. And then I finally got smart. Then me and him had to falling out. And when I went on last month, I told him, "You're paying me, or I'm not coming on." He wanted me to come on. You know, he gets his bug in his ass. Well, let's go see what Joey sees. Bring him on, send him in. And I've turned it down like 4 times. And I said, listen, until I guarantee you're going to pay me, it ain't fair. But that's what he does. And then, of course, he wants to goof on you. But I goofed on him because at the end, when he asked me to do my plugs, I plugged TSN on his show. That's what I did. And he was so fucking pissed. I plugged Bob Levy and TSN is what I plugged. That was my plug. I stuck it right up his ass. You know what I'm saying? For all the bullshit he said to me. And Shuli was laughing his ass off when he talked about it that night at Uncle Rico and how crazy I'm just. And he clicks me off. I got him in. He clicks me off and he had a female guest. He goes, I can't believe he's gonna plug Shuli and Bob on my show. You damn right I'm gonna. Yeah. The way you sit there and talk about that, my friends. He had that one coming. Just like I would do it on John's show. When John used to try to mislead me to Shuli, I can't believe you're friends with Shuli. Yeah, I am friends with Shuli, John. He's not a bad guy. Oh, yeah, I don't. He would call me up all upset. I can't believe your loyalties to Shuli. I go, John, you're my friend. Shuli's my friend. I told you I won't talk bad about Shuli. Don't even think about it. And it bothered John a lot. And you like Carl too? He finally goes, I hear you're yeah, Carl's my friend too, John. Just because they hate your guts, those guys help me a lot. They've done a lot for me. And I'm just not gonna swing on your nuts the way you want people, like have other people do it, John. I just won't. And I think in all fairness, he's lucky I haven't trashed him. He's lucky I haven't leaked out the things that I know, things that people don't know. Because I'm just not that way. You understand?
Yeah.
Because he's got enough suffering that DG and I would put him over the top. I promise you that. And now DG, who had to cancel because of the work thing, he reached out to me. He goes, hopefully we can do this soon. I'm going to go full throttle when I come on. I'm going to tell. He's ready. When he's ready, he's going to tell all. And he's got enough dirt too. But he hasn't said nothing. Because you know what? We got class and we're gentlemen. Right? And John, the only thing John did to me was run his mouth and talk shit. What he did to Shuli, he's getting what he deserves when he tried to get Shuli fired. When Shuli just got married and was having a baby, he tried to get Shuli fired because of his jealous ass, because Shuli was making more money than him. John was very low paid when he was with Stern. When he first started out, he was making like $10,000 a year. He was an intern I don't know how many years he was an intern. And he makes it like
interns didn't make anything.
Well, he got like a 10,000. He worked out somewhere. He got 10,000. But Shuli came on. First of all, Howard Stern and Shuli, they're the same race, and it's like anything else. When you bring your like Howard's Jewish, when you bring people over that are Jewish, you're going to take care of your own people first. Same with Italians. Same with it's how it works in this business, in this world. When you bring your own people, your nationality into your company, you tend to take care of them people better. You understand what I'm saying? John doesn't realize that he was the joke of Howard Stern. He was not. He was the joke of Howard Stern because he always tried to scheme on Howard with the chatters, the people, phone callers, always trying to make a side stuff. But back then it made good comedy because he was so easy target. But he uses like he was the superstar. He was no A-list actor when he was on Stern. And Jay Leno only brought him on because he had him on his show one day, and he had him on, and he didn't like Howard Stern, so he just
stuck it to Stern. That was his only motive.
That was his only motive. John makes it out like they're best friends.
That was all in the news back then.
Exactly.
That was gossip back in the day.
John forgets about everything he says. If John will say something today, and next Monday you go and you talk about what his exact words were in a show, he'll go on Monday and say, "You're lying. I never said that." And you can bring it to his face and show him that he said it. That's just now either it's an act he plays, or he's really that stupid. Plain and simple, hands down.
That's like him denying that he used the F gay slur in his movie.
Eggplant Frank, what career did John have? Seriously. What successful career has John had? Trust me. He never paid taxes. He's got about 13 liens with IRS from not even paying his taxes when he was paying the night show. Where am I jealous? I don't give a shit about John. I'm just making a point is the guy
I'm jealous of his luck.
Exactly. What career did he have? At best, he was a D-list actor, and he thinks he's an A-list actor. He's just full of shit. So you tell me. Because
and he thinks he's a comedian.
Unless you've been on all the shows and you've been on with him, you don't, and you're just playing as a fan into the chat room with him, you don't know the real John. You really don't. And I'm being trying to be very nice about this with you because I like you, Frank. But you don't know how this guy is. This guy, when he calls you up in the morning, he's a nut job. Trust me when I tell you. It's just the way he is. He's garbage. What he done to his ex-wife and his children, how he treats his mother. You agree with that, Frank? Because I don't. He got lucky. Thank you. He got a lot of luck.
He fell ass backwards into a truckload of money, and he pissed it all away and has done nothing in the last 20 years.
He can't buy nothing in his name because he owes so much money to taxes. He can't. Everything's in his mother's name. He bleeds.
Imagine being almost 60 living off your mother.
Exactly. And you want to know what? Because he knows he's the favorite. He knows she spoiled him. He knows he can get anything he asks mommy for. And he just keeps, my opinion, is he's just home there bleeding her dry. She's 87 years old. God bless her. Someday her time's going to be up. We don't know.
He's scrambling to get all her
assets.
Yes. Before the siblings have rights to him.
When his mother passed away, God bless it, and I hope she lives 100 years old. But if that happens, I promise you'll see the war between him and his sister. I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
He won't get a dollar.
It's going to be bad.
Transferred or power of attorney. What do you think he's doing at home? His mother's 87. She's old. She might be a little senile. Hey, Ma, we should start checking this out. Let's go to the bank and put me in. I promise you. You want to know why? He's just like my dad was. My dad did the same thing with his mother and screwed his sister out of everything. They're identical when it comes to that.
The thing that drives me nuts is, and I don't think anybody else has talked about this, but I always wonder to myself, it's just bewildering to me that you got a guy with, 13 tax liens that I heard? He's got 13 tax liens, and this is a guy that's advocating for people to get elected that want to raise everybody's taxes. It's just bewildering to me.
Listen, you're right.
Frank says, "Can hate a bloke for getting lucky." No, that is true.
I don't hate. That is true. And hate's a strong word. I don't hate anybody.
No, I don't hate him for being lucky.
I
I hate him
dislike
for
so much.
squandering it all away. He
Not because
took
of
what
his,
he was given and made nothing out of it.
he didn't help people. If you could do that to your own children, your ex-wife and your own mother, and treat them the way you do you think he's going to treat anybody that's a fan to him any better? I mean, his poor mother, it's like he takes so much of it. And he does it right on air. I don't want to hear him ever say, it's just an act. It's part of that's BS. Because here's the thing. His mother truly believes that he's a star. In her heart, her son is a star. Because that's what he promotes to her every day. Look, Ma, look how I'm doing. I'm still on the top of the world, Ma. And that, for her, is my son, which is a wonderful thing. But if she really knew what these people thought of him and really came on and saw all these shows, do you think she would respect her son? She probably would fall down and have a heart attack. Because there's no way she knows the whole truth. I know him. I know exactly how he's sitting there feeding his mother. Because I know what his personality is.
I can't believe she doesn't have failing health because of all she's been put through.
It's terrible.
Oh,
terrible.
man.
And yes. And Chris, your thoughts on all this? I mean, do you think I'm in the right ballpark? I mean.
Yeah, but I also wonder to myself, considering that he's had this entitlement mentality all of his life, and it seems that it's possible that his mom is still feeding into that entitlement mentality,
right.
By going and allowing him to get houses in her name, and and the way that he treats her on the stream. Right. I'm sitting there saying to myself, this is something that's a part of a pattern of behavior that's never been nipped in the bud.
Correct.
So for him to treat her the way he does, knowing that people are listening, he knows he's live.
He thinks he still does.
Yeah. He doesn't. It doesn't faze him that he's being an asshole to his mother. But when other people are, there's witnesses.
Look what he says every day. I'm the Duke, the Dabbleverse, and all these shows. It's about me. I leave, everybody goes bankrupt. It's all about me. That's what he got his mother thinking. How he's such an A-list type of star at this point in his life. She doesn't know the last 25 years.
I want to address Eggplant Frank here. That is not what I said. I said I cannot believe she doesn't have worse health issues because of what he is putting her through.
Right.
That has got to be a very stressful thing for her.
Yes. I mean, and she's
Don't
strong
twist
woman.
my words.
87 years old. I mean, let's face it. When you get up in that age, we don't know what it could be any day. It could be tomorrow. It could be today. You don't know. You're living day to day at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because when he says it's time, it's time. 87 is a long in today's society. Most people, men live barely through 77 years of age. Yep. Women maybe a little bit more in the early 80s. When you start getting upper 80s, 90s, you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say I'll be around another 10 years. I'll be another. You don't know. Any day could be the time. So he's definitely smoozing his mother at home. Is why. Because if he wanted to go straight to Florida, he would have went to. He's at the house there. But no, he didn't. He went home. He's been there a long time now. He usually pops in a couple weeks. He's got a motive. I know how he operates. He makes it look like he's got all these investments, and he don't need the podcast. And I'm telling you how many days he told me, if they stop paying, fuck these people, I'm gone. That's his exact mentality. They stop super chatting me, I'm gone. Screw them. As long as they keep sending them $300 a day and $2 super chats, he's never going to go nowhere. He's never going to change. But if my point is, at his age and the way he is, there's no change in him. There's no way of making him see anything right at this point. It's a dead end. It's a dead end.
And at this point, considering that he says that he has all these investments, if that were really the case, they would have been seized because of these tax liens. He has no investments.
Exactly. He's a part-time substitute teacher, or was a substitute teacher during the pandemic. He got a pension. He just started doing it, and he's got collected a pension already. You got to be put in 10, 15, 20 years before you collect a pension.
Yeah, only an idiot draws a pension before.
You got
most
nothing
people
in there
wait till they're in their
years.
mid-60s, much less early 60s.
But 2-3 years on a job, you got nothing in pension. Nothing. He make it look like he's getting a pension. Oh, he's not even registered with the Actors Guild. He didn't and he claimed up he's getting a check for them. He's so full of shit. His only source of income is his podcast. That's
You're talking about SAG?
whatever SAG or whatever.
He claims to be getting a pension from the Writers
How?
Guild, I think.
How? He's not even
Well,
registered.
he
They
maybe
looked up-
bullshitted them into thinking he's a writer. I don't know.
But he has never renewed his. He's not even a member. If you look him up, he's not even a member.
Really?
Yes, really. Shuli's proved that over and over. You know, Flex says $38 per month. All right. So let's say he back in the Stern days, he enrolled in the Writer Guild's union or whatever it is, and he's been all these years paying it every year. The last time they checked, he wasn't even active. I don't $38 a month. That's wow. Okay. So in his eyes, I'm not lying. I'm getting a check. I'm getting a pension. We just don't know it's only $38.
Yeah, but he claims his pension was making his rent payment in California.
Could he have taken the percentage and went and took out his pension in a bulk payment and then put it in?
I don't think so,
savings to pay
because
his
a
rent?
pension is kind of a gamble for a company.
They
don't know how long you're going to live. I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to pay you up front for.
Oh no, but you could go and get like a significant amount less with some companies to go and take it.
Oh, and then not be
All right.
eligible for anything later
Yes.
on, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I could
know,
see that. I could see that.
If I knew he wouldn't strike my channel, because he would if I did this. He would be all over striking my channel or getting me taken down or getting me demonetized. When someone sends you a link in your email and you could click on that link at any given time, months after the show is over, and still go into the back office and go to count their super chats. You understand what I'm saying? What they had. You follow me?
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. For most of the time, he was barely making $300 a day. Okay? When he was on his phone conversation many mornings, he would say, "Oh, I'm making about $8,000 after YouTube gets paid. I'm taking about $5,000." Now that was his honesty. Then he comes out and the numbers are, I'm taking in 10, 12. I'm making more than anybody. He's a liar. Every link I got, and I got many links, and I went back and done it privately on my own, nothing on the air, nothing, never said it, just to see if he was bullshit, and he was bullshit. Now lately, he's had some good days when he had some of his true. He's got about 5 people that really love him. I don't know if they're still paying him the big super chats anymore, but there was 5 guys that really were part of his clique that liked him. I'm not saying it's not $100 an hour. Yes, for me, $100 a day, I'd be ecstatic. That's not one. It's not the issue here. The issue is he lies about everything. I don't care what he makes. At $100 a day, I'd be sad if I were $50 a day because I'm a humble and I'm not selfish. I'm not. That's got nothing to do with what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he lies how he's making all this money. Yeah, he's had some $800, $900 days. Very few. And most of them are $2 super chat and $5 super chat. It's the point of how he lies to make himself. If he didn't have that, he spends $50 to $60. That's his daily thing at the bar. He's got to have $50 to $60 every day. That's his thing every day.
Now, just to be objective here, I will say that it is possible, but there's also other factors to take into account. First of all, those who are actually paying for their YouTube memberships, right. I don't know what those numbers are. Those are things that really can't be equated in. Secondly, you also have the other side where YouTube is taking somewhere around 40% of what is coming in from super chats and memberships. Yeah. Then at the same time, he could be making some money off of ad revenue as well from people who are watching the repeats. There are certain videos that I have that have like 15,000 views that the ad revenue has made me close to $100 on those things. I don't know what his numbers are in terms of his views.
Well, he gets like 6,000 to 8,000, sometimes more.
Okay.
I mean, Carl gets the best. Carl gets 11, 20, sometimes 15,000.
So Carl could be making around possibly about 150 to 170 per show just on ad revenue.
Right, that's true. John's got good ad revenue, but I'm telling you, I only see this. You only can see the super. Like, you're right. You don't see his ad revenue. You don't see. So yeah, you know what? That's a good way to look at it. because he does have high view count, and I don't know, like you said, 100 to 170 per video. I don't know if it's that high, but I like give it a benefit of the doubt. But there's no way he's making 10 grand. 20. He claims 20 grand a month. I think Flex said. There's no way. There's no way. Now let me.
Yeah, that seems to be it seems that is being exaggerated. I would believe maybe 5 to 7, maybe somewhere around there.
What he told me in private when he was telling the truth, he said he makes an average between about 8,000 before YouTube takes out there. He clears about 5. Now that he was telling the truth, and that's what. But he goes on and he tells other lies. Why are you telling guys like me and DG and whoever else you share this perk and everything, and then you turn around and you tell there's no why? Why can't you just be happy what you got? And they're going to respect you more. Now he's claiming Shuli's. Let me tell you something. How many memberships does Shuli have? Consistently every month. 7,000 memberships, right, for YouTube?
Wow.
7,000. Add that up what that costs. At the average is $2.99. You do the math. Just what he's getting off that every month.
So $2.99, 7,000. That'd be 21,000 before YouTube takes its cut. So then you're looking at maybe about 14 to 15,000.
Just on that. If the average is $2.99, it might be more. But that's just that. They get a lot of super chats. They get so much gifted memberships. I'm talking a lot. Consistently. Brennan probably does $1,000 a show in super chats. Pretty much at least 20 days a month. Now, if anybody's making 20 grand a month, he's making 20 grand a month. He gets consistency. John is probably making $5,000 a month, which is I'd be just ecstatic. That's wonderful. But he's just he can't stand the fact. The bottom line is, deep down in John's heart, you could see the hurt in him. You could see it. It's finally coming out. You see it in his eyes. He's tired of people doing this, making money off his name. But he put himself in this position. When I was with him, as a friend, as a fan, I made a couple suggestions. Not that I know anything about business or anything about how he does. As a fan perspective, because I was a big fan, I told him a few things that fans don't like, what they're not like. I tried to open his eyes. If you just did this, even Shuli said it. There's enough there. If he would have went in the beginning and worked, they would all sat at the table, worked out. John would be making probably $15,000 a month, but he chose not to.
He wouldn't have been able to take it very long though, because they would have still based the show on goofing on him. He just would have been there and gotten paid for it.
That's right. But here's his mentality: I don't care about the equipment. I don't care about being organized. I'm a kind of guy that just turns it on and goes for it. He doesn't care how it looks. He doesn't need a producer. So there's your first mistake. Because a guy that is so popular in the dabber and you're not organized, if you were a little more organized and you worked a little bit better, you're going to make 3 times what you want. And his mentality is, I'm the only one that can do this. I'm the guy. It's gold. Let's hit the chat because I don't want to go past an hour and 40 minutes today. So
sure.
We're going to read some of the chat. Mason in Portland. Gross, before YouTube takes a cut. Yes. Flex 360, KB and TSN probably. Bottom, of course. I agree with you 110%. Sure, he's a true businessman. He doesn't run it like a cheap suit. He runs it like a business. Bob is they're all business oriented. Zen is the low man totem pole, and he's probably in 7th heaven just being with a job besides what he does with comedy. They probably take good care of him. You understand?
Have you heard his impression of John's mother lately?
Yeah, I did. He's great.
Oh my God, it makes me laugh every time he says shit.
Now Chilino, he knows. Chilino's like me. He's a Shuli supporter. It's not hard to do the math. You can sit there and watch Shuli's show every day. You can sit there just mentally watch the super chats that come in. I mean, the other day he had 5 $100 super chats for 5 different people. It was within a half an hour. They love them, but they're professional. Shuli's never got out of pocket. Even when he don't like something he's reading, he won't read nothing. He even respects John's kids. If someone trashes him, he won't even repeat their name. You understand? He won't. He's just got so much class and so professional. And when someone is dogging him or saying something bad to him, he does it in such a way that he wins every time. He slams that person to the ground. That's why trolls don't go over there that much because they can't.
Jib, what are you doing? Are you rolling a joint out of aluminum
can't.
foil?
There's no way they could beat him.
Sorry,
No, he's
chips.
talking out of it. Yeah, Rochi, let me get news for you. We know it's you, okay? And Rochi, my subscriptions, I showed you. In fact, because if I did anything shady, I wouldn't be monetized. YouTube would have picked that up. I told you. I'm part of Michael Francise's $1.5 million on his website where I'm friends with a lot of those people. I interact with those people every day. And when I put on that I started a podcast, I had a bunch of people come over there over time to support me. You understand? And they subscribe to my channel. That was legitimate. So you can say whatever you want. Stop being jealous. I saw you the other day on Quad Show, and you're still in the same corner, still talking the same shit. Okay? You didn't make it, pal. You didn't throw me off the internet like you wanted to. You lost. You guys lost. Go away. I don't bother you. Go away. Okay? Plain and simple. I've asked you guys. I don't bother you guys. Accept the defeat. Move on. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Because you're never going to ever take me out of the internet. Goodbye. Okay? This guy, this Rochi is like roaches. They never die. That's his motto. I never die.
I was going to time him out before, but he did
idiot.
say that he liked me early on.
He's an idiot. He's
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Zen, laugh allow flex 316. Let's see here. Dick Ulick. Shuli is an unfunny nobody. That's not true. Why would John want to work with that? Let me tell you something. Shuli is not unfunny. Do you watch the show? He's pretty funny. They're when they're together, the combination of those guys, how they are off each other, he's pretty funny.
Have the perfect chemistry.
Perfect chemistry. Their timing is impeccable. His impressions are better. And Shuli had a more important job than John ever did on the Howard Stern show. John was a phone guy. Answered the phones for most of the time he was there. You didn't see Shuli answer phones. Shuli first started out on Howard News. He was in the news department. Shuli's very creative. And yeah, you're wrong about that. I'll have to disagree with that. Mason of Portland, a.k.a. Portland. Gross, I mean, before you, we already said that one. I think we already read that. KB&T, yeah, we already read that one. Shuli is killing it. Shulino knows that he is. They are killing it. Shuli is over 20K. Absolutely. Most definitely over 20K. Probably more. I put him at about 28 to 30,000 a month. Now he's got overhead. He's got a large overhead. He's got to pay Joe. He's got to pay Don. He's got to pay Jen. He's got to pay Mike. I'm sure Mike and Bob. Well, Bob is more, I think, more like in a partnership, ownership with him, especially with the BS show because Bob and Shuli. So I'm pretty sure that Bob and probably Mike got contracts and they got what they wanted to get paid. I'm pretty sure it's like that. And Zen is probably on a payroll for so much a week. And I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm just assuming. You know what I'm saying? But when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself. So I'm just not going to go there. You know. But I know Shuli takes care of people. I know what Shuli paid me for 5 and 10 minute visits, and I never asked him for $1. And I'm an unfunny guy according to most people. But he's taking good care of me. Treats his people that he brings on. He made me permanently instilled in the BS show with my drops. Some of the best drops that all over this Denver are from me. That's hands down a fact. I'm sorry. And it's just a fact. And he recognized that because Bob Levy is a genius. He's the one that made them create all those drops. He knew exactly which one to take. Bob's a genius, spot on. And that's a fact. So, and I'm proud to be part of instilled in that show. And those are my brothers, and I love them to death. And I can't wait to see them on August 16 to 17 at DabbleCon, which we're bringing Spider to debut him at DabbleCon, everybody. Lulu, Big Boss says. Sounds like someone is smoking a bong on air. Lou to God, who's smoking bong? I don't smoke bongs, buddy. Who's smoking bong?
Jib was making some noises. Yeah.
Right. Well, Jib was making a pizza the other day.
We got to get him a mute button or a cough button first.
He was taking a pizza, I think, out of the oven. Did you hear that the other day on the show? And it sounded like he was, and it was, he was sounding pretty good there. Smooth, man. I love Jib. Jib's the best.
Yep, I haven't done a drug in 23 years. So
it's amazing that probably 80% of the Dabbleverse chatters probably do some type of drug, whether it's marijuana or something. But yes, I was blown
away by the number of smokers on this part of the internet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
But
just crazy. I had no
I-
idea when I first got into it.
I don't judge them. I love them, but I was judged very badly.
Now, I
But you
do
know
have a
what?
cigarette habit, though. I will say
Do you
that.
still have? I said never smoked.
You do?
Yeah.
Never smoked.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. I just do it outside so you guys don't see me
Okay.
smoking a cigarette.
Now Flex is saying it's the same as here in Australia. Now Flex has got it going on, man. He moved to got himself a new house a few months ago. Got himself a brand new pool table a few months ago. He's styling and profiling, living large, works hard, and has nice things. And I love Flex. He's a great guy.
So you got a super chat there if you want to
I do.
take care of that. It's been there a while already.
All right. Robert White. Now CA, what does that stand for? Canada?
Yeah,
Is that
I believe
Canada?
so.
All right. Robert White, Canada, 39. Enjoy your rant, Joey. Thank you, Robert White. Appreciate it very much. Always nice to get support from you people. I really appreciate it. Welcome and thank you, Robert White. Okay. Lulu the God says, sounds like someone, we already read that. Flex 820, I think we read that. And by his lot, it was Cholino is what I had. And by his logic, he lives for free because his pension pays it. Right. But he doesn't make that. To get that kind of money for a pension, you got to put a solid 10 years plus to get at least. And now, how much is his rent in California? Probably $1,500 a month. He is not making not even a tenth.
No. It is more than 1,500. It has to be because here in North Carolina, if my rent is $1,200 a month, and you are in close to Calabasas, you're probably looking at $7 to $8 grand, if not more. Hackred would be the one to.
Yeah, he lives in a slummy area. Though.
He was in the ghetto. There was no doubt. I was thinking 15 to 2,000 where he was living.
Yeah, he had said one time his rent was $1,500, but
that's what I thought he said. Yeah,
you don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
Well, he lived in a pretty shady neighborhood. Like I paid.
It was only it was about the size of a 1.5 car garage.
Right.
That's what I got out there.
I got a 600 square foot apartment, very small apartment, 1 bedroom.
Yeah, Jib, your new place is probably 3 times the size of what his apartment was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I was lucky to get it at the price that I did, considering that how rent has gone through the roof.
Yeah. In Tampa, they were like 5 times for the pandemic over what the normal rent is. They finally started to tip off a little bit. I think they're going down a little bit all over the place. But this is ridiculous. I mean, I went to we stopped at Wendy's yesterday. She wanted a Frosty. The little bitty cup of Frosties, right? She comes down, she goes, "You know what these 2 Frosties cost me?" When she told me, I go, I my head spun up. $5 for 2 Frosties.
Yep.
That's insane.
You remember when they used to be $1, which wasn't that long ago?
They were making a profit of probably 90 cents at $1.
Yeah.
They would still make a profit at $1.
It's ridiculous.
It wouldn't be much, but it would. They don't have $1 worth of material in there.
You know what the big thing down here is, you guys? When Florida gets a hurricane, there's going to be a direct hit. But some places, they always turn around and close the gas station. Get your gas because we got no gas. They're lying because I know someone with the gas told me when we were in Inverness, Florida. This is when 2017 when the hurricane was supposed to hit. The direct hit was the gas station corner was closed up. They got no gas. Well, the manager there I knew pretty good said, no, the owner made me turn off the pumps and to put the signs up. We're fully loaded. He's doing that so he could jack up make it look like it's hard to get the gas in, so he can go to $5-6 a gallon. And it's exactly, it's sad how they take advantage of people during a time like that.
They will get you for things like that though, because when it comes to gas, cigarettes, and even Coca-Cola, which are some of the biggest things in the convenience stores, the prices are set by the people that deliver the gas, the people that deliver the cigarettes, and Coca-Cola says you cannot, they're really strict about that as well.
Right.
Saying you have to be within this margin and all that stuff. So that guy's going to get himself into a lot of trouble.
Right. Exactly. It's just the government allows this stuff to happen for the hardworking people. Whenever there's a tragedy or something about to happen in someone's area, they let the business owners go and take advantage. $5 for a gallon of milk is ridiculous. I promise you the profit margins, the cost didn't go up as much as they think they're saying they are. Cost might have went up a little bit, but for them to double and triple things, it's just ridiculous, man.
I tend to disagree a little bit, and I'll tell you the reason why. Kai and I were talking about this on the show last night on my channel, and the thing is that when you have people going and paying people at McDonald's $20 an hour, where their minimum wage, where they would start them out at like 10, that's going to bring in a lot of extra cost, and not only that, but also the fact that the people that are making the stuff that is being brought to you, those things have gone up because of inflation, as well as jacking up the pay rate way beyond what is sustainable. You know, you have all those factors. So, you know, I do kind of believe it, but, you know, there's other ways of looking at it, I guess.
Well, you're right, but you're right when it comes to the labor part. It's almost doubled what it was. So you're right. That's a major cost. But I'm just wondering that a lot of the cost in the food, did you think it went up that tremendous when milk used to be $3 a gallon or $2.59 a gallon at Walmart to jump to $5 a gallon in some places? I mean, do you think it costs more to produce the milk?
Yeah.
Gasoline's up, the trucks delivering it. That's where they're absorbing the cost.
Oh, absolutely. That's a lot of it, especially when before Trump left office, our gas was below $2 a gallon.
Correct.
And now we're close to $4, you know, so those delivery costs are going through the roof. With my delivery business I'm getting ready to start, I was going to do it at $5 per delivery. And I said, I can't do that. It's going to have to be $7 or $8 now.
Right. Of course. Now, but let me ask you a question. How did Trump get it below $2, but nobody else can?
Because we were allowed to go and drill here. We were able to go and transport it here, through the various pipelines and all that other stuff. And those things weren't totally shut off, but the government got control over it, is what happened. And we are trillions in debt.
Yeah, we're definitely trillions in debt. So the main question here that I'm going to ask you guys, it's Trump or Biden. Biden cannot make it another 4 years. Man is very old. Already, when he started the first term, was partially senile. He doesn't make it through a second term. I don't care what anybody says. It's got to be Trump 100% at this point. You agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I was more of a DeSantis guy in the primaries because I think that DeSantis is a MAGA candidate with the same policies, but he's more articulate and, frankly, less of an egomaniac. True, but the thing is that when you look at, you know, I have to put personality aside. Trump, you know, he upsets me when it's like, oh, why did you say that stupid thing? But when I look at his policies and how they worked, I'm like, you know what? I'm going for the policy. I'm going for the policy and what worked for me.
Right. Here's the difference. DeSantis is a true politician. Now, I'm not a DeSantis fan. I despised him in a lot of ways. I think he was a horrible governor. I think he didn't care about the middle class or the lower class or anything at all. It was all about the rich in Florida, and that's what he focused on. Which let's face the fact. Florida used to be a retirement state. People would work hard in other states, come here with their money, retire. The schools were not up to par. Anything with children, they didn't care. The senior citizen came here, they already lived all that. Today Florida can't say they're a retirement state. There's more families, young families moving here and staying here, and they had to change the school system. It's no longer a retirement community. It's no longer. It's not a retirement state. And I think DeSantis started to realize that. You got people coming here with their young kids, and they got to make more jobs available. And Florida was a high unemployment rate. So that's why people suffer in Florida, because there's not as many. The old people are getting sick of them bringing in all the kids that are living here now. And a lot of people are retired and staying where they're from. They're not even going to Arizona or Florida anymore. You know, times have changed. That's a fact. That's just a fact. But DeSantis, I felt focused on that. I think he handled the pandemic, the money that was given to him by federal. He didn't want to even give it to anybody. He was fighting that. He cut it early. He put that money that was given for that purpose and put it in other things for Florida. Not right what he did. And to me, that's stealing, but not, he did. According to him, it's not stealing. But if you take from one fund at the federal government and you're supposed to pay out everything out for the people on unemployment, and you don't, you cut it. He cut it 6 months early. for the people that were on it. Okay, and took that money and didn't give it to people. Now he put that money somewhere. It went somewhere in Florida. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Joey, I'm gonna have to get going here in about 10 minutes. So if
All right. Well, we our goal is to end at 1:30, but yesterday we went 1:36. I said we were going to be before 1:40. So, like I said, we had a lot of great chat, a lot of great people that are loyal to us. We're really glad Jim came on because Jim does make good points on things that I talked about, what Kahuna talked about, and what the chat was asking. You know, as far as John, I think everybody's on the same page. I hate to see any human being to be like this. I hate's a strong word. I don't hate anybody, and even John. He's got to have a heart somewhere deep down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why he has to be the way he is. At his age, wouldn't you want to reinvent yourself to what you are today? And if you feel you got multi talents, then take your talents, reinvent yourself, and do something different. Stop living on what you did. Okay? I'm not saying John didn't make a lot of accomplishments. A lot of it was by luck. Yeah, he had a record contract. Yeah, he wrote a couple bogus movies. Yeah, he did some writing. Yeah, he did this. You know, but it's what he says. Everything he did was 5-star A-list, and we all know it wasn't. You know that. Like I said, I don't like to sit here and make a show all about John. First of all, I'm not that good at it. Second of all, I'm not gonna get deep into with anybody and trash anybody or spill anything privately that I know. I don't really have a motive. TSN rocks. That's all I'm gonna say. Carl rocks. Those guys were physically threatened. John was gonna rip them apart and destroy their channels and try to take Shuli's job away from him. So those guys are getting what he deserves. I wish nothing but the best for TSN. They're like family to me. They've treated me well. Shuli and I stay in contact regularly on a daily basis, and he's been a good friend. And just like when Jib came over and started helping me and give me ideas and volunteering to come in meetings we had privately with the channel, and been a great friend. Please go support Cutter Jib, Lunatic Lounge, Bobby Nix. I'm gonna let Chris do all his. He could do them better than me. We're gonna wrap this up today. This is our third day of morning show with CC Joe and KahunaNui. I'm CC Joe, stands for Cook County Joe. You guys see Big Kahuna up there. The Jib's right here. Jib, go ahead and do all your plugs, please, and take your time and get it all out there, buddy. We want to promote you as much as we can.
Yeah, you guys can find me on No Filter with Andrew and Friends. I'm over there 3 days a week. And then also, I am also on the Jake Hudson show every single day as well. And then on top of all of that, I'm also on Why Do I Podcast with Kevin as well. So you can catch me there.
And
Joey didn't catch any of that.
I did catch
Kahuna did.
I started to catch that. Yeah, the Lunatic Lounge is really taking off. I think you're onto something. You guys have got something great there. The name is perfect. Kai's Blue Lounge thing, I think is the way the guys did the settings, and I think if it's done right, that's going to be every show you're doing, your graphics, your professionalism. I admire that because I wish I could be that. And now you guys have all helped me. People make me thumbnails. People help me out. I've been taught how to do it. I could do a decent job on doing face swap, and I made some good intros. Not 5-star, but I'm learning. But when you guys step up and help me with I like colorful thumbnails, and Kai knows what I like, and he does a great job, Mrs. Honeybee and him. So Kai does a wonderful job. Here, Kahuna, I'm gonna let you do your plugs next, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about a few things plugs wise, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Well, the Alpha Shot Lounge Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. the new time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Right here on the morning show, CC Joe and me, every morning at 9 a.m. Cut of the Jib channel, the Lunatic Lounge, Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern. There's talk of maybe being a show tonight, Jib. Is that correct? Okay, finally he mutes. All right. So there's maybe going to be a Lunatic Lounge show tonight. We'll see. 7 p.m. Eastern. And then over at No Filter with Andrew, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Jason Barto's channel, every night at midnight. On the weekends, I'm probably going to be on there, but during the week, I'm at least in the chat. So tune into that every night, 7 nights a week at midnight. Then he started a morning show that's on at 8 a.m. every morning, but I don't know. I didn't see the show this morning, but hopefully that's going to continue at least 5 days a week, 8 a.m. every morning. And then Hack Ride's channel, DJ Electra and Friends, Catch 22, Unboxing Eric the Midget. Hack Ride does a lot of amazing things both on and off his channel. So tune in to Hack Ride Studios. And then Twitter, at KahunaNui952. Follow me on Twitter. That's it.
All right, folks. I'm going to, first and foremost, you got Kai and Friends in the morning at 7:30, still on Catalan TV, and Kai is simulcasted to his new channel. We want to get as many people over to subscribe for him. I'm going to reach out to my big pack of people that I network to go over and at best to just help subscribe to get monetized. Kai does a wonderful job. He is going to keep, I believe, the Friday night show, what's it called, the happy hour show, and possibly the Saturday morning show on it, and then which he has my full support to do whatever he needs to do. We support him. We help him. We help each other. So that being said, that we just want him to be where he wants to be, and we're going to be with full access to Catalan TV and full support. We always will. He's been great family to us and has helped us a lot. Second of all, you get the Alpha Shot Lounge, who did change to 10 o'clock. We originally were at 10 o'clock. The show was very consistent at 10 o'clock, but it used to be only on Fridays. Now they went to accommodate because we wanted to let Kai be in the Alpha Shot Lounge, but now Kahuna's part of the team, so we had to accommodate him. And we want to be able to get Mr. Big Shot, a.k.a. Spider, a.k.a. Commissioner of Catalan TV, to come back on his show regularly while he's working his summer job. So that being said, Alpha Shot Lounge Monday, Wednesdays at 10 p.m. You got me at 11:15, 4 nights a week with the Talk with Joey C. That show is strictly a talk. It's not a show. It's to interact with the chat and the show appreciation to everybody that supports us, and just to have fun, read your chats, and just kick back and talk and just get wild. We got the new show, like Kahuna said, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. And we really care about the show, want to build it up. My walk and talks, they're there. We just gotta wait. I'm just gonna wait till it gets a little bit humidity goes down, and those will be strong. I got a lot of stuff in the works. I will be with Jake Hudson on Thursday on Rumble exclusive to cut it up with the magic me and Jake once shared. We did a few shows together in the beginning. Jake and I, we were good off each other. And Jake's I always am a supporter of Jake Hudson. A lot of people get upset with Jake. I get upset with Jake, but I don't never tell him or cuss him. He's cussed me a lot, but I just think Jake is someone special. And if he's left alone and he don't get disturbed, and when he upset him and he flows, he's good. Please support my friends, Cut of the Jib, the Lunatic Lounge, his show, the Lunatic Lounge, all Jib shows. He got a show with Kai. Bobby Nix does several shows. Jib is very special friend, and please support him. Jason Bardo, support his show. He does a new morning show with Luda God. Together, they make great chemistry. Support those guys. Support Bored to Death at night, 7 days a week. It's not a show, but he puts on a great panel. Most of all, please support Hack Right Studios. Hack Right has been like a mentor, like a big brother, like a baby brother to me. He spent a lot of hours invested in me, teaching me things and educating me and helping me. And he still looks out for me. If he noticed I went a little crazy, or might have threatened somebody in a video that I didn't realize, and because I'm monetized and don't want me to lose it. And he cares a lot. It was his birthday yesterday. If you didn't wish him happy birthday, go wish the demon happy birthday. He's a good demon. All right. These guys are all part of No Filter. Andrew's a great kid. I like him. He's a special person. Guys, support Andrew, of course. I'm big on for stuff like that. I'm always going to tell you, I'm a big TSN guy, first and foremost. If I would turn this channel over to my wife if I had a full-time position over at TSN to be on the podcast with them, I would bolt my own channel to go be with those guys. I would. Because that's where my heart always wanted to be. And but Shuli helps me a lot and supports me and just coaches me on things, how to handle things when you start getting up there. And with Kahuna brings in a lot of heat and a lot of special moments. We love him to death, but we love everybody that comes and helps us. So go support everybody. Jason Bardo is really changed guy. He really wants to do this the right way, and we're all working together. That's the greatest part that I think we're doing, right, Kahuna? Is we're all
That's
learning
correct.
to protect each other. The guys on the bottom, all us guys on the bottom, with all the guys on top. We respect all the guys on the top. We know that we learn from them. They're the masters. But all of us are now forming together. We're trying to not overlap. We're trying to bring the chat over to them. We're trying to plug to each other. They do it religiously. We do it religiously. And it's a good thing that we all come together because enough. You can't fight. You gotta work like a Swiss timepiece. I appreciate everybody that does support me and gives me kind words and says it takes time, but you come a long way. They notice it. They know that I care. That's the main thing. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:00. I'll see you tonight at 11:15 on the Talk with Joey C. Not a show. Please come. I appreciate the super chats. Someday I hope we could be a big fish and we're making a lot of money. We do have 327 memberships, but I saw that 13 people didn't renew. So you take 13 off out of the 327, so we're down to 314 now. And so some people they were gifted, obviously didn't. We didn't do it for them, and that's where it bothers me because my first and foremost thing is to make you happy that you want to be here. So when people got gifted membership that renew it, that means we weren't their cup of tea, or we're not doing it. We're not nailing it what we're supposed to be doing. So that means I got to work harder because I want those 13 people back to like us and want us to come back and subscribe. So, and I will do that. And that very well, on the next group, when they're up for their 30 days, we may lose more. I don't know. If we're not making the people want to stay, like Lou says, if they're popping out, it don't matter. He's right. So we got to keep everybody interested. And I told you, I take any ideas. I listen. I read all the comments. I comment back. You got ideas? If you want us to help you, if you got talents, you want to do stuff for the show, thumbnails, intros, face swapping, funny stuff, music, we'll do it and we'll plug you. So if you guys want to help us out like you do, like a lot of people at the Shuli Network with all that fine stuff, we're available to help you too. I want to thank everybody. I put together 2 songs today on Suna AI. So here's another one of the songs to go out here. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'll see you tonight. And thank you. Let me find the song here. And please have a great morning. What happened here? My computer's acting. There we go. All right, here we go.
Crack of dawn, CC Joe on the mic, morning flow. Big KahunaNui in the.
Sorry, guys. That's my fault. I don't know why that happened. All right, let's try.
Crack of dawn, CC Joe on the mic, morning flow. Big KahunaNui in the back, crazy like a show. Joe said hello, coffee, steam, rise, sunrise glow. Mix it with the beats, got the rhythm, let it go. Rooster crow, radio blast, moving fast. Bodies moving, never snoozing, ain't no first class. KahunaNui dance moves, people's dreams shatter. Joe's laughter contagious, next thing don't matter. Morning show madness, dunks and song brews. CC Joe, KahunaNui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse. Headlines read like a joke, can't help but poke. Weather report, KahunaNui chokes on his coke. Traffic jams, Joe spins, make head smoke. Listeners buzzing, all fired up, no joke. Morning chat, cat napping, no way. Coffee sip, Joe slip, hooray. KahunaNui antics replay. Morning laugh track every day. Morning show madness, dunks and strong brews. CC Joe, KahunaNui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag dripping heavy, no snooze abuse. Morning show madness, dunks juice and strong brews. CC Joe, KahunaNui, can't refuse. Wake up, shake up, sunrise, muse. Swag tripping heavy, no snooze abuse.